353 armor hulls sent into the meat grinder, but more than 120 have already been left exposed, destroyed, or captured on the front lines. This is the stark reality for the YPR-765 armored fleet donated by the Netherlands to Ukraine since April 2022. On paper, their only tactical salvation would be to serve as fast battlefield taxis. But as the conflict intensifies in June 2026, these 50-year-old machines are running out of space to hide. The stakes are immense for Ukrainian mechanized brigades, because losing these vehicles means soldiers are left completely defenseless against waves of Russian first-person view drones, leading global defense analysts to argue that the remaining fleet is now facing an existential crisis of survival. According to verified open-source intelligence reports from Oryx, out of the 353 units delivered by the Netherlands, exactly 122 units of the YPR-765 variants are officially documented as lost. This includes 89 units completely destroyed, 9 units heavily damaged, and 24 units captured by opposing forces. The Dutch government expanded this commitment in February 2025 by delivering an additional 25 units of the PRGWT armored medical evacuation variant to help extract wounded soldiers under heavy artillery fire. Despite these heavy front-line losses, approximately 231 units of the YPR-765 fleet are still operational in the Ukrainian inventory. They continue to serve in high-intensity zones, including the surprise offensive operations in the Kursk region during late 2024 and throughout 2025. This means that more than 65% of the original Dutch donation has somehow survived the most brutal mechanized attrition seen in modern military history. Before we go on, do you think these vintage armored vehicles can survive the rest of this intense conflict? And if you want to see more deep military audits like this, please subscribe to the channel. And tell me where you are watching from. To understand why the remaining 231 units of the Dutch fleet are still operational, we must look beneath the surface of this heavily modified machine. The YPR-765 is often confused with the standard American M113 armored personnel carrier, but its engineering tells a completely different story. Manufactured with direct input from Dutch company DAF and FMC Corporation, the vehicle boasts a combat weight of 13,600 kilograms. It is powered by a Detroit diesel 6V53T turbo engine delivering 265 horsepower, pushing the vehicle to a maximum road speed of 61 kilometers per hour. However, its true survival mechanism lies in its unique spaced laminate, aluminum, and steel armor. The Dutch design features a hollow space between the outer steel plates and the inner aluminum hull, which is completely filled with polyurethane foam. In high-intensity combat zones like Bakhmut and Avdiivka, this specific armor configuration has proven vital. When 14.5mm heavy machine gun rounds or sharp shrapnel from 152mm artillery shells strike the vehicle, the spaced layout dissipates the kinetic energy before it can penetrate the troop compartment. This engineering choice is why elite units like the 3rd Assault Brigade and the 100th Mechanized Brigade prefer the YPR-765 over older Soviet BTR-80 wheeled vehicles, which often leave troops exposed to side penetrations. The primary variant used in frontline operations is the YPR-765 PRI, which features a small turret armed with a 25mm Oerlikon autocannon. This weapon allows the crew to provide direct suppression fire as they drop off 7 fully equipped infantrymen. On paper, it is a textbook battle taxi designed to sprint through dangerous corridors, unload its human cargo, and immediately retreat. However, tactical field reports from late 2025 reveal that while the armor successfully protects the crew from kinetic impacts, the loud 2-stroke diesel engine can be heard from 3 kilometers away, making it highly vulnerable to early detection. The loud acoustic signature of the Detroit diesel engine is not the only threat facing the Dutch vehicle on the modern battlefield. As the conflict transitioned into a highly transparent drone war, the limitations of the original design became exposed. During the high-speed Kursk offensive in late 2024, the YPR-765 PRI variant demonstrated excellent mobility by crossing difficult water obstacles at 5.8 kilometers per hour. However, once the Frontline stabilized, the vehicles became primary targets for Russian Lancet and first-person view drones, which easily bypassed the side armor by striking the thin top roof. Environmental factors have also accelerated the attrition rate. The unique muddy terrain known as the severe mud season places immense stress on the vehicle tracking system. Field maintenance logs show that the original rubber-padded tracks supplied by the Netherlands deteriorate rapidly under these harsh conditions, often wearing out completely within 30 to 45 days of continuous frontline deployment. This has triggered a severe logistical crisis because the assembly lines at DAF have been closed for decades, meaning new factory spare parts do not exist. To keep the surviving 231 units operational, Ukrainian field engineers have been forced into a process of cannibalization. Maintenance depots at the rear must systematically strip down heavily damaged hulls to salvage road wheels, torsion bars, and internal transmission components. Despite these immense challenges, a notable shift occurred in early 2026 when Ukrainian forces began integrating Australian EOS R-400 remote weapon stations onto the remaining chassis. This advanced upgrade allows the operator to fire a 12.7mm machine gun from the safety of the interior using a thermal imaging matrix, transforming the vulnerable battle taxi into a highly capable night hunter while reducing crew exposure to incoming fire. This integration of Australian remote weapon stations highlights a broader tactical shift as the fleet enters mid-2026. Recognizing that the YPR-765 can no longer act as a frontline breakthrough vehicle due to intense drone saturation, the Ukrainian military is changing its operational doctrine. The surviving units are now transitioning into specialized secondary roles. Many have been converted into dedicated armored medical evacuation platforms, utilizing the 25 PRGWT variants delivered in early 2025 to pull wounded personnel from the edge of the combat zone under the cover of their newly installed thermal optics. Other hulls are being modified into dual-control training vehicles, featuring raised, reinforced glass cabins to rapidly train new drivers within 15 days, ensuring a steady stream of replacement crews without exposing them to direct fire. With the total inventory down to approximately 231 operational units and 0 remaining stocks in the Netherlands, this fleet is entering a phase of permanent attrition. At the current estimated loss rate of 3 to 4 vehicles per month, leading defense analysts predict the active frontline strength will drop below 180 units before the year 2027. This reality forces a profound strategic lesson about modern attrition warfare. The Dutch YPR-765 program proves that high technology is not always the deciding factor on the battlefield. Instead, mechanical simplicity, immediate availability, and the ability to adapt vintage hardware with modern sensors are what truly preserve human life when the fighting becomes intense. The true value of this 50-year-old vehicle lies not in its ability to destroy the enemy, but in its pragmatic design that keeps soldiers alive under the most brutal conditions. Now, do you think upgrading these vintage armored hulls with advanced Western weapon systems is a brilliant display of battlefield innovation? Or is it a temporary fix for a deeper shortage of modern combat vehicles?